Hey guys, Desolator Magic here, and the controversy over the banning of mostly jeweled Lotus is just not dying down. We've got some more news, we got some potential lawsuits, we got some rumors. Let's jump into it. So there's rumors that a buy list or 2 or 3 at several vendors were cut off for jeweled Lotus and possibly also Mana Vault right before the ban, like up to a week or 2 ahead of time. I think people are just stirring the pot. I think they're view farming and outrage, clickbaiting, whatever, especially on monetized platforms like Twitter and TikTok, just saying, where people have no integrity and will just lie for money. And plus, nobody has any damn money right now. The game is going down in popularity, and people got to pay their bills, and Christmas shopping season is coming up. So I could see somebody overloading a vendor with jeweled Lotuses. Like, people are like, do I really need this? It's $100. I'll just rebuy it when they reprint it. Let's go. I've had vendors not buy a Dark Ritual from me. Like, there are staple cards. Birds of Paradise, I've had them be like, no, we have too many in stock. And that's why you're never going to prove it. But then again, I mean, they go to the big tournaments and so do the big commander people. So they talk. They have each other's Discord. They have each other's cell phone numbers. I could see them sending a quick text saying, hey, this is going to absolutely devastate inventories. Stop buying jeweled Lotuses and put yours on fire sale. So it is plausible, but we have no evidence. So I'm just going to move on. I just thought I'd throw that out there because people are just angry, and I think they're just trying to cause havoc and chaos and make the news story even more negative and get attention for themselves on Twitter. But next up, apparently Festival in a Box for the October Vegas thing that nobody's going to go to, so, thus the at-home Festival in a Box product that you could buy. 2 of the big promo packs in there, I guess, can contain Mana Vault. I'm sure it's a 0.1% chance. I don't know. I didn't look at the card list, but people are saying, oh, they knew, and then they still gave it out, and they knew the ban date. I don't think they knew the exact ban date, and if they did, maybe a month or 2 ahead of time. Now, people are saying they knew this was going to get banned a year to 2 in the past because they were talking about it. Yeah, they were talking about it. They didn't pull the trigger on it until lately. We don't know the time frame. Okay, so they're saying WotC is selling a product with a card that they know is dead. Well, first of all, jeweled Lotus was a mistake and they damn well know it. And Mana Vault is still playable in other formats. And it would take a miracle for you to pull one out of there. So I think that's a little overreaction too, but people are just mad. All the net deckers who lost all their money and all the fake MTG finance wannabe douchebags, playing with their inheritance when they're 19 are all butthurt over this because they're idiots and don't know how to invest in stuff properly. And they put all their money in Magic cards. And they just want to cause as much damage and stuff because they're angry at everything because they just lost money. So boo-hoo, stop gambling with money you don't have. Or try actual gambling. I mean, I'm a professional Advantage player, so I walk into a casino, I walk out with money 100% of the time, just saying. If you haven't seen my new casino and gaming channel, Desolator Gaming, go look it up. I'll teach you some of my tricks on that channel, otherwise it's just comedy and entertainment. So the funny thing is, I actually might be in Vegas in October. A casino's offering me a pretty penny to fly out there, so I'm thinking about it. So a lot of local gaming stores, if you aren't aware, already had their own ban list, or as one person called it, they actually labeled it the anti-asshole list, where if you're playing this card, you're an asshole and you're not allowed to run your deck, where they're just like, okay, no, this, and this. So this is friendly, casual, and yeah, we're giving away prizes because they usually do Commander for F&M. So it is about winning, but it's about fun. So how do you mix that together? You make sure that anybody whose deck is clearly built to not have fun doesn't get to play at your store, okay? So WotC has zero control over that. If you call it Commander 2 Electric Boogaloo, oh, that's the format we're playing. Cool. They let you play whatever the hell you want, okay? We made up a new format called, Steve's Gaming Store Commander. It's like Commander, but with these 10, cards banned. Like, whatever. You can do that. Literally nothing stopping you from doing that. So a lot of them now have the allowed list, the unbanned list, where they're like, if you want to play Jewel Lotus, go for it. Now, it's a little counterintuitive because that card is just inherently broken, but so many people are so freaking mad. But the other thing is some stores, some online vendors and stuff are saying, hey, if you bought this from us in the last 3 months, we will give you a full refund for your purchase price if you want, but only in-store credit. Yeah, that's right. They're making up for WotC and the Commander committees having to Control-Z undo button this ridiculous situation that WotC put them in. WotC is at fault here. Everybody's taking it on the Commander committee. I think they were a little out of touch on this decision, but they are correct that it's an overpowered card that shouldn't be in the format. But what they don't realize is that people just police themselves. So a lot of people are already saying, let's just make our own local ban list. I'm like, well, yes, if you're playing structured play, encourage your store to just have a store policy on it. And if you're playing with your friends, well, the WotC can't tell you what to do. Do whatever the hell you want. Play a Jeweled Lotus, who cares? Or don't, because it's overpowered as balls. But if you're playing the I pulled it now I want to play it game, then yeah, just run it by your friends. If they're cool, who cares? Nobody's going to stop you. They ain't going to bust down your door and say, that's illegal. You've got contraband there, sir. We're dragging you in front of Emperor Rosewater for sentencing. Yeah, that happens all the time. Nah, guys, just do what you want. Also, you may not know this, but 4 out of the 5, I guess, voting members of the Commander Committee, I forget Commander Advisory Group, I think is the technical name, they voted for it. The 5th one was, I believe, Kristen, aka Narukami Knight. She voted against it, and she has now resigned. As of September 27th, she said, screw it. Extremely vague statement that's just like, I'm no longer going to do this. It's not a good fit for me. Goodbye. Yeah, if you work with assholes, quit and go somewhere else. I mean, that's whether it's a volunteer position or a paid position. I support that in both cases. That has been a very great benefit to my life in the last 3 years. So shout out to her to sticking to her guns and then leaving when things get too toxic. So she might be a terrible person. I don't know her. Who knows? Not endorsing her, but from her actions, sounds pretty awesome to me. Here's the funny one, though. Josh Lee Kwai has left his position in the Commander Advisory Group. Don't know if he was one of the voting members or whatever. I really don't know much about the structure of it because who cares? I don't let them tell me what to do anyway. If I'm going to play Commander, I'm going to play Commander. All of our friends know we keep it to an appropriate power level. We build stupid meme decks and we just don't give a shit, okay? They could ban a card we wouldn't even notice. 99% of the time we're not playing it, and the other 1% of the time we don't give a shit. But people are calling for them to be like dissolved. Well, now they're 40% dissolved. But let me ask you, would you really have WotC run it? You'd rather have Wizards of the Coast manage the ban list for Commander. The people who put us in this situation by printing Jeweled Lotus. The people who printed the Battle Bond lands. Really. The people who did Masters 30 or whatever that crap was called. They had to clean up WotC's mess, and I think just the level of financial and reputational impact just based on that, they should have said no. They should have said we wanted to do it, but we obviously can't. We recommend you restrict it locally if you can. But they're really out of touch pro players who only hang out with other pro players. They only know tournament play. They don't even know what casual or fun is. I mean, they're not like pro level tournament grinders, but they're very, very elitist and out of touch. Okay. I don't think they saw this level of backlash coming. I think that's why Josh resigned. It's just like the WotC staff. They got their heads so far up their own ass and sniffing each other's farts at the stupid tournament that they're like, the tournament numbers. Oh, wait, people, why are they leaving the game? Oh, because it's not fun. We don't care about balance and numbers and win percentages and all that. That's great as a basis. Is the game fun? Do we want to play against mono blue? Do we want to play against 3-color super control? Do we want to play against black, discard your whole hand by turn 3? No. We don't want to do that. Stop printing cards that do that and lower the standard pool back down to a normal, comfortable amount, you absolute morons. Nobody gives one single shit what's going on in a tournament. They don't understand this, and neither does the Commander Advisory Group. They don't understand anything but competitive and hyper-elitist, my deck costs $10,000 Commander, because that's who they rub elbows with, and that's the problem. But remember, the original problem was WotC printed this stupid freaking card, and now they have to deal with it. Now it's their problem. I'm not saying I feel bad for them and they made the wrong decision, but get a clue. Come play with some people in a basement, okay? Not just at your little 5,000 person tournaments. Why the hell are you trying to govern us if you don't know us? Okay, that's the best way I could phrase it. No taxation without representation, damn it. Let's take all their cards and pour them in the Boston Harbor. Because that's what Americans do, damn it. Now, everybody's saying, oh, they're in cahoots with WotC because look at the silver bordered thing. Oh, yeah. You think WotC didn't say, hey, you know what might be a good idea that you should really do this? Seriously, do that. Do this. I am not even playing around right now, do this. Nobody's buying this stupid unset because people can't afford to play for fun anymore because it's too expensive to play competitively, so they have no more money for fun, and we release a new product every 6 seconds. So wouldn't it be interesting if you guys took the silver bordered cards and made them legal in Commander for 2 or 3 months? You should consider that at the next meeting. Let me know what you decide. It's totally up to you. Like, come on, you think that didn't happen? Come on. People saw right through that when it happened, and they're quoting it now. It really smelled of smelly crookedness. Now, people are pointing out Commander is the name of the product, and that's what WotC went with when they adopted the format formally. But the format is called Elder Dragon Highlander, EDH. So if you just thought, oh, EDH is just short for Commander, no. EDH was user created by the community. Commander was the name that they assigned on their product so that they could trademark it or whatever from WotC. They are two completely different things. Technically. So people are saying, death to Commander, long live EDH, or the other way around I've heard, which is, I'm pretty sure, incorrect. But I think this is going to be that split where people are like, okay, we're just going to do whatever the hell we want. We don't care what the ban committee says. I'm going to play with a Jeweled Lotus if I damn well want to. And it just won't be a sanctioned event. Or it will, and we just won't say anything. Because if it's F&M, are they really going to come audit you with like some spy from WotC? They don't have the budget or the time or the staff for that. Nor would they have a reason to do it. So at your local store, just do whatever the hell you want. If they ban a card and everybody says it shouldn't be, then keep playing with it. What are they going to really honestly do at the end of the day? Here's the worst story to come out of it. Elena Danner, the person who made the artwork for Jeweled Lotus, she is truly gutted that it was banned. I won't read the whole thing, but it is just like, wow, sucks for her. They went from everybody loving it, it's a new Lotus, it's so beautiful, to, oh, this card, I hate that card. Like, overnight. It's not like they're like, oh, and we hate her too and screw the art. Like, that's not what happened. But yeah, it's a bit of a kick in the nuts to be like, I designed the most famous card and I designed the most hated card. Whoops. Okay. Take that off my resume. So good job, WotC, and good job Out of Touch Commander Advisor Group. I guess you didn't consider that either when you made the snap decision. And I mean, by snap, they said they considered it for over a year, but well, you came to the wrong conclusion. So, I get that WotC put you in a bad place, but you screwed up. And now I think they're going to undo it, but here's the thing. If they do, they're going to be accused of them and their friends colluding to buy up all the Lotuses and then buy them low and sell them high when they unban it a week later. So if they do, it's going to be a long-ass time from now, like months minimum, just to be disconnected from it so it doesn't look like a pump and dump scam, or they are going to be absolutely sued. But now you got to wonder why Josh and Kristen both resigned. Really gotta wonder. Maybe they know that they're about to unban it and they're like, I don't want any singular part of this. Kristen, it makes sense. She voted no. Josh Lee Kwai, why the hell is he leaving? He didn't give us any details. It'll be real interesting to see what's going to happen, but people are just revolting over this. They basically just decided that they're not in charge anymore, so the Commander Advisor Group might as well not even exist. So one more thing, some people did some research. I've seen some graphs. I've seen some like little investigatory stuff and some little screenshots of some shit posts on some certain groups where they're saying, okay, we've basically looked into the people who are whining the most about it on Reddit because it's the easiest to track on Reddit. We tracked them to other websites. We cross-indexed them with, just the name. And it turns out, yeah, they're all like high-level tournament players and like MTG Finance wannabes, and they're the kind of people that you really don't care what their opinion is because they're like just power gamer, net decker, have to win at all costs people who really have no place in the Commander community, and they're the ones who are whining the hardest. A couple other people, I guess they at least one time they told somebody like, hey, they DM'd them something to the effect of, I actually didn't screenshot this, but like, why are you so mad about it? And they're like, oh, because we play Commander at my F&M and I would always win with my deck, and now my deck doesn't work as well. Yeah, they have a name for those people going way back to the early 2000s. They're called Stompers. Goes back to like the human versus AI comp stomp matches in StarCraft. It goes back to people who would like underinflate their account like by losing on purpose and then go on a stomp spree. Like, yeah, you show up to F&M and beat like casual players and 12-year-olds with your overpowered deck just because it makes you feel like, oh, I'm the elitist, I'm the best in my area. Yeah, sure. People are trying to have a good time and you're ruining it, but keep deluding yourself that way, sure. But yeah, this one person confirmed that is who they are. That is why they're whining so hard, because it's in 4 of their decks. They own 4 copies. They bought the special fancy super elite neon whatever the hell ones to show off even more, because gotta have that fake ego, gotta have that, ooh, people think I'm so cool with my collection, even though they just go, ooh, that's cool, now get away from me. Like, are you gonna be here next week? Because I'm kind of sick of playing against you. Yeah. Yep, the whiners are all just stompers. That ain't even news. I shouldn't have even put this in the video, but I just wanted to remind people that the loudest, whiniest people are the worst people. But a large number of people have perfectly valid complaints. Then you got the overwhelming majority of people saying, I don't own one because why the hell would I? And that's the based people who don't spend $1,000 on a damn game. My Steam library isn't worth $1,000, just to put that into perspective, okay? Think you need a little reality check, okay? Maybe start tracking your receipts and at the end of the year, look at it, get shell-shocked, and then sell off half your crap, dude. A lot of y'all, I mean, not on this channel, but a lot of y'all in the community, way too out of control on your spending with this shit, man. And you ain't showing off to anybody. Nobody thinks you're cool. They just resent you. So, unless you're just that damn rich and it's a healthy portion of your budget, I think you should pump the brakes and at the same time shut up about losing your value because they can ban anything anytime. So quick update on the lawsuit. I've heard that they're going to target a promissory estoppel, which is like an implied contract that if they print a card specifically for Commander in a product even called Commander Masters, where the box art is Jeweled Lotus, and then turn around and ban it, you could sue them. Here's the problem. Who's them? We changed people here. Wizards created it, but they didn't ban it, so you can't sue them. The Commander Advisory Group just banned it, but they didn't create it. They're fixing the problem that WotC created, which is a broken card that's breaking tournaments and making for non-fun, enjoyable gameplay. Who are you going to sue? I mean, you barely even have standing in the first place. But yeah, the whole like implied, like we're going to sell you this thing. Okay, let me just give you another example why this is not going to work. There are very few consumer protection laws against stuff like this in America, which there's more in Europe, but even then, I don't know them very well, and I don't think anything applies here, and nobody's mentioned anything online. But in America, you got like Sonos, and you got a couple other companies where they like bricked their products after like 2 years, and they're just being sued for it now, and nobody can really find like a law against it. Then you got the video game companies, which had like an online game that people paid for, and then they killed it after like less than 2 years. And now what you paid for is completely invalidated. You can't play it at all, even the local single player. And they're like, well, I wish there was a law against this, but there's not. We have to sue them and kind of create precedent so that the precedent is the law. Good luck. If you're suing for something that you know you can't really prove damages and it's kind of gray area against some absolute fossil of a judge who doesn't even know how computers work, good luck. So if I can sell you an electronic device and then a year later brick it, and that's not technically against the law yet, you think you got a chance with a Magic the Gathering card when the entire precedent is they're not worth money at all? Although the value that they are selling, if you ask them, is the experience of opening the packs and the playability of it. So if they sold you something purely for the playability and now it doesn't have that, but they've never gotten sued over ban in the past, what's different about this one other than, oh, it's single format? Well, okay. I mean, so you can't play in formal tournaments. You can play anywhere else. You can play with your friends. You can play casual. You can do whatever you want with that card. In fact, you could still sell it. And it still has an established market value. So you can make a class action, tie it up for 3 years. Everybody loses $1 million aside on the lawyers. And then people will get a check for $5, which is like the drop in value. Sorry to inform you, but your lawsuit's going nowhere. Plus, how many assets do you think the Commander Advisory Group has? I think it's a group of people that put a name on it. I don't think it's even an LLC or like a nonprofit organization of 501c3, I don't know, whatever. Where are you going to get the assets for? Oh, I'm going to sue them. Okay, yeah, sue me. See how that works. Get all those valuable assets I have. Good luck. People are really talking out their ass on this lawsuit thing, and it's really kind of funny, but also kind of sad at the same time. So if you think that's going anywhere, no. So thanks for watching. Don't forget to go check out Desolator Gaming if you're into casino stuff, especially how to always win at casinos / basically rip them off, but without breaking the law, and just watch some dumb comedy stuff and some really fast-paced editing compilations of like poker wins and stuff. That's what we got going on over there, and by the end of 2025, I will be the #1 largest gambling YouTuber on all of YouTube. I absolutely do not in any way guarantee that, but that's what I'm striving for, and I think I can do it. Also, editing this into the last bit here, I'm getting initial rumors unconfirmed that the remaining 3 members have resigned. So there now is no Commander Advisory Group. I'll follow up on that with a video probably tomorrow when I get more information. My gosh.